We always talk about punching first and hitting first coming out in the game, and again today, I don't know why, but just weren't ready to start at the beginning of the game and got them into a good rhythm. A team like this that's well coached, that plays that hard, you can't give them any kind of cushion at home. You got to stay on top of them and not let them get any runs. Our whole focus was on Armani and Corey not getting out and getting transition threes, and we still failed at that. So everything that we tried to throw at them tonight, we weren't able to, you know, we weren't able to get the job done that we went into the game to do. And my hat's off to them because their energy and their toughness overtook our team today.
The seniors talked about in the locker room afterwards that they sort of said a message about it. It's time to even be tougher or to step up. Did the seniors make a decision, do you think, to in the second half? And what happened in the locker room just in terms of leadership and the seniors going forward?
Well, I mean, we have some really good freshmen on the team, and they're going to go through their blues, their ups and downs, and they're going to need leadership. Excuse me. And the coaching staff has been, we've been asking the seniors to be better leaders and to step up and kind of take the freshmen under their wings and push them in the right direction. The thing that happened was that the freshmen got some success early, and I think they might not want to listen all the time, and they kind of let those guys get away with that. And now they're trying to reel it back in, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but that's what we need as a team for the senior leadership to step up every night.
Did the stage and that sort of the atmosphere, what sort of impact do you think that had on the freshmen in particular?
It had a huge impact. They weren't ready to play. It was like a shock, to Tyler and to Antoine and to Alex when they first came out. Maybe they were too hyped, but they're freshmen. They're going to learn from this, and they've never played against it. They haven't played against a team this tough and that plays this hard. I mean, we played Tennessee, we played Oklahoma State, and Texas Tech and those teams, but Houston just plays with a different energy. I don't know if it's this building. I know that they're well coached and that they play hard. So the freshmen today, they just weren't ready for that.
Kareem showed tonight that he can be another guy for you, right? I mean, is that kind of a silver lining that you take away from tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Kareem, has been trying to find his niche on this team all year, and I've been talking to him about trying to get him more minutes because he can score the basketball. And today was his coming out party, and hopefully he just continues to play like that, especially coming off the bench. 25 points in 25 minutes is what he's capable of. Maybe not on a nightly basis, but he's capable of doing that because he did it tonight. But he's a scorer. We got to get him the ball and got to get him minutes.
Coach, of all the stats, which ones were the most concerning to you tonight?
Probably the 13 assists. That was probably the most. And then after that, it was the rebounding. But honestly, I just feel like if we share the ball, we get more shot attempts, we get everybody involved. With a defensive team like this, you got to move the ball from strong side to weak side. Too much one-on-one basketball today. Every time I look at the stats, I look at rebounds, I look at assists. And when we're down in the low teens, that's not good for us. That means that we're not doing enough getting each other involved.
You talk about hitting first, and it seems like there's a lot of slow starts. Do you ever think about moving some of the seniors, either Kareem or Kevin, into the starting lineup in order to help that?
I think in some big games we might have to think about that, but I like them coming off the bench because they bring the energy off the bench and that punch off the bench, and we usually have the upper hand on other teams when it comes to that. Maybe going on in big games on the road, maybe you switch that up a little bit, but I just try to give the starting lineup some kind of rhythm. And today, just the freshmen didn't show up. That may not mean every game they're not going to show up, but today they just didn't.
I'm curious, is this one of those games where it's like a no-show and you sort of move on from it, or is this something that is really concerning?
It's kind of concerning to me because, we're 0-5 in big games this year, and it's all been because we've lost all of them because of the same reason. So to me, it's like it's time for everybody to wake up and understand that if we're going to make the NCAA tournament, we're going to have to beat teams like Houston. We're going to have to be more physical. We're going to have to hit first, and we're going to have to put all the other things that we're going through aside. Just can't keep losing these big games if we want to try to make the NCAA tournament.
What's the same reason?
Well, I mean, just the physicality. I mean, usually we get out rebounded, you know what I mean, and we turn the ball over. Those two things are just glaring every time we go out. But just mostly the physicality and the energy of the game, it just kind of overtakes us when the game starts with the better teams.
Coach, what did you think about the Fertitta Center's first time in this new building? What did you think about the building?
Yeah, I think it's nicely done. I think there's not a bad seat in the house. I like that. It's very personable, where everybody can kind of get a good seat and be involved in the game. And I love the screens and everything. The floor is just, they did a really nice job on this building.